Okay, he's good. He's good at impersonate. He's good to impersonate. He's like, well, the thing with digital is, alright, let's get off a video.
The thing
It's
with
pretty
digital
special.
media is, I'd love to hear the next step of that.
Chomsky on.
Can you crank your mic anymore at all?
I'll try.
Can't make any promises, but
I'll try. No, I think it might be cranked to the max. Language, Chomsky, language and music. What do you want to hear? Chomsky on.
can you look up Chomsky
Celebrity.
digital media and see what comes up?
Chomsky on.
What is Chomsky? What is he? Is he like
He's a linguist.
a linguist? So he studies language.
But he's just like.
But why does he
just like
comment on
intellectual.
everything? Why does he comment on like politics and philosophy
he's
and
smart.
everything?
He's really smart and well read. He's got good
He's like a
opinions.
Stephen Fry of a different kind.
Yeah.
It's like a
way
generic
more-
source.
He's kind of way more academic than Stephen.
Yeah, Stephen's more. Stephen Fry is so funny. He's like as a thing.
What do you even call what he is? Not Stephen Fry, Chomsky.
Like a polymath.
How's this?
Yeah, it's good. I guess people used to talk about polymaths a lot. That used to be a thing. Being good at a lot of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, like old Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, exactly. Being like a scientist and an artist. But now it's more weird to be like to spread yourself thin and not just be a specialist in one thing. Almost.
I don't know, people do that. I mean, smart people tend to have opinions on shit.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, a lot of people are like, just. Isn't it more unusual to be interested in a lot of things rather than just to focus? Like, you do a degree in one thing.
But like, I mean, depends. I guess we've become interested in other things from studying. I mean, one thing's just sort of lead on to other things,
Yeah, I know,
If
but like,
you're motivated.
but even the fact that I play like classical music and jazz is not necessarily that common, and that's like just two kinds of music.
Sorry, what are you saying?
I guess.
Oh, that you only study those two types of music. But you play and you're interested in all kinds of.
No. As in that. Even like that isn't like very broad. But even just like doing both of those things is like people find that kind of unusual sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Because
True.
some people focus more on one thing.
Yeah, I guess more commonly. So yeah, you're right.
And like even within that, like there are musicians who aren't interested in like, I don't know, philosophizing about what they're doing or thinking hard about what they're doing, because they're just involved in like the here and now, the good feeling of playing music, and they don't necessarily think broadly about what it means to do it, which is fine. But yeah, anyway.
Noam Chomsky is a linguist, philosopher,
Did anything come up?
cognitive scientist, historian,
He's
social critic, political activist.
I want to look up what Stephen Fry's thing
no one
says.
knows what I'm talking about because I've read far too many books.
I sort of can't talk with the average person because I've read so many books.
Have you seen this Chomsky? Have you seen Chomsky Bot?
Yeah. Stephen Fry is an English comedian, actor, writer, presenter, and activist. He's definitely a presenter, that's for sure. Did anything come up for Chomsky Digital Media?
Hold on. Chomsky. No. There's heaps of. Chomsky's one of those people that's like, there's heaps of videos which are like. Wait, did you see the one I uploaded? It's me currently filming a video which is called Chomsky Fucks Up
Yep.
Reporter or something.
Chomp fuck or something like that.
Find those things.
Yeah, like Chomsky. And did you look up like that, like the misspellings?
Yeah, I don't think that was actually that was earnest. I didn't realize that after.
With the
And
P.
I actually changed the titles.
Ah, I thought that you'd look, yeah, because you looked up like Chomsky, and then used a video that had that, the video that had the
video
typo.
didn't have that.
Oh really?
No, the video didn't have that. Just,
I know someone called Noam.
Noam Chomsky on language and music.
I think I've definitely watched. I watched this kind of debate between him and Michel Foucault, which I just couldn't understand. Like I wasn't sure if I was too stupid to understand it, or if they were just talking on a very specific level, definition of various meanings.
Which one is it?
I'll link it to you. It's an early one. It's what. Yeah, it's an hour and 10. Debate Noam Chomsky and Michel Foucault on human nature. On the question of human nature. They're also like really specific, vague sounding things, but they talk very strongly about them.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to follow.
And Foucault is speaking in French, and there's like subtitles.
I just seen him in like videos where he's there's this video where he's what's the guy's name? Andrew something or
Oh yeah.
William Buckley. Noam Chomsky teaches William F. Buckley a thing or two.
That's so funny. Like when people frame them as like Noam Chomsky owns fuckhead religious person or something like that. You know? Stephen Fry owns Catholic Church.
It's like videos like that. Like it's actually incredible just how much knowledge he has on topics.
Yeah. Noam Chomsky, the five filters of the mass media machine.
He raises points, good points, I reckon.
My main concern as an academic is to raise good points and share my knowledge.
This is the Chomsky bot. Grammaticalness is to be regarded as a descriptive fact. Notice, incidentally, that the appearance of parasitic gaps in domains relatively inaccessible to ordinary extraction is rather difficult from the requirements that branching is not tolerated within the dominant scope of a complex symbol.
That's so good. Yeah, I've is it just the website?
Yeah,
or is it?
It's called.
Is it rubberducky.org/?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suggested that these results would follow from the assumption that this analysis of an formative as a pair of sets of features is not subject to the levels of accessibility from fairly high, e.g. 99A.
It'd be funny to record like 10 minutes of this. On the other hand, any associated supporting element is rather different from a general convention regarding the forms of grammar. However, this assumption is not correct, since a subset of English sentences interesting on quite independent grounds does not affect the structure of non-distinctness in the sense of distinctive feature theory. For any transformation which is sufficiently diversified in application to be of any interest, the systematic use of complex symbols suffices to account for a relevant intervening context and selectional rules.
Sounds good.
Sounds smart.
It'd be funny to use this like an essay in an essay.
Yeah.
Please elaborate. It's like you get notes.
Please vague.
If the position of the trace in 99C were only relatively inaccessible to movement, the earlier discussion of deviance is rather different from descriptive fact. It appears that the speaker here's linguistic intuition is apparently determined by problems of phonemic and morphological analysis. It must be emphasized once again that the descriptive power of the base component the descriptive power of the base component is to be regarded as an important distinction in language use. To characterize at linguistic level L, the fundamental error of regarding functional notions as categorical is unspecified with respect to the traditional practice of grammarians. However, this assumption is not correct, since the systematic use of complex symbols can be defined in such a way as to impose the extended C command discussed in connection with 34.
But it's funny that, honestly, sometimes when I read, like, some of the stuff I've downloaded to read, it feels like that. It feels like I'm reading that and I'm like, alright, this person's written this knowing that they're... Like, this person's written this trying to communicate an idea, but I just can't cop it. I just don't understand, and I want it, and then I reread, and yeah.
There's like so much art writing which is like that.
Yeah, and I don't know at what point to be like, this is bullshit, or to just like still be like, alright, I just don't get it yet, because there must be a point.
There's a point which is just
where it's just like, well, fuck this. This isn't good.
Yeah, there was this reading I had to do. There was this reading when you got in first year, which I thought was just fucking hilarious.
It was like that. It was like the Chomsky bot. Art bot.
Yeah.
Digital media. Digital media e-learning. Dude, Bachelor of Digital Media at CQU? Where is that? What's CQU? It's in Victoria. Oh wait, no. Is it? Dude, let's move to, where is it? It's in Western Australia. It's in Perth. Do you want to move there and do a Bachelor of Digital Media?
Yep. Sounds good.
Yep. It's 3 years. It's a 3-year degree. CQ University's Bachelor of Digital Media will provide you with practical skills and knowledge that can be applied in a variety of fields associated with design, technology, and media. The flexible structure of the course allows you to focus on your interests and pursue minors in graphic design, interactive media, video and animation, journalism, or a combination of these areas. Completion of the Bachelor of Digital Media will prepare you to pursue employment opportunities in fields such as web design, graphic design, publishing, photography, illustration, animation, game development, software development, audio and video production, film and television post-production, visual effects, advertising, marketing, journalism, corporate communications, and education. Imagine if we did that, and then we became like evangelical media producers.
I reckon it would be a pretty boring degree.
I don't think so. I think I'd be all over it. Because you could do like video and like photography whilst doing journalism and whilst also doing like marketing shit. That'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And, like, I guess it'd be like having a lot of tabs open all the time. Like in your degree. It's like having
the
heaps of...
degree
Sorry?
having the degree equivalent of having 20 tabs open.
Exactly. That's like an arts degree. But like every... Yeah, they're all funny. Because then you could... I think just alone... The fact alone saying that you have a Bachelor of Digital Media is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I'm qualified to do Waterfield.
I'm fully qualified.
The qualification of that young digital media analyst. Who's someone else that I can impersonate? I don't know any other intellectual.
You would nail Chomsky. I know it. I know you could do Chomsky.
I gotta watch some of his content.
Take on Chomp.
That's a huge project.
Become Chomsky.
Becomeski. Noam Chomsky. I've always
No, do it in Noam Chomsky and Jeff.
It'd be too much. Imagine the two of them together. I've always loved Chomsky's work. I don't even know I don't know Chomsky well enough to know what Koons would say about Chomsky.
Yeah, I don't know either. Wait, do you know Ali J? Do you know Ali G? Like Sacha Baron Cohen, the Sacha Baron Cohen like
character
gangster.
No, I don't. Oh, vaguely, yeah.
He interviewed Noam Chomsky.
Is there footage of that on the net?
Yeah, I'll link it to you.
What a question. Of course there is.
It's sitting on 4 million.
4 million?
4 million for the no. Oh wait, did I just link Maroon 5 again?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a good video though, no doubt.
It's actually such a bad video that.
I'm skeptical of that. Skeptical of that analysis.
No.
It's a Nescafe ad.
Then my main man, Professor Norman Chomsky.
Norman
And
Chomsky.
him is going to explain about language. Why is studying language important? Language is the core property that basically defines human beings. So when animals chat to each other, does them talk in language? It's more or less a matter of definition. I mean, every
Dude, he interviewed Trump as well.
no way.
Yeah, it's like the first recommended video for me. So, yeah, already, like, after hearing Chomsky talk for, like, 10 seconds, I'm like, it's funny, yeah. It makes me chuckle.
The thing with language. I'm just doing, like, Koons' sort of stuffy startiness. I can't, like, get the intonation right. It's easy to do Koons because he stutters, then he stumbles, like, he stops.
He stops and starts, yeah. It sounds like Chomsky doesn't stop and start, but he's just quite slow.
Yeah.
But I've noticed, yeah, a lot of people sound smart when they talk slow. Like, there's this good video of John Cage and Morton Feldman, and they just, like, both talk really slow. And so
like a normal, like they're actually just talking? Or
no, it's a still image, but it's like it's 4 hours. Like they had a radio show for a while where they would just talk.
So, but it's not like a piece. It's like that and then that.
No, yeah. It's like it's like a weekly chat hour between Cage and Feldman, and it's like, but it's every episode in one like 4 hour long video. And they just they leave very long gaps and they talk really slowly, so they don't really double back. It's an interesting way to talk.
So good.
They're really funny. They're really cute because they're like really good mates. They're also talking about really heavy kind of shit.
I wonder what's the video called?
Oh, I'll find it. I'll link it to you.
I was watching this today. John Cage.
Oh, really?
Empty words.
Yeah. Have you heard about the process behind that?
No.
It's like a big mashup.
Oh, isn't it just like a big collection? I know that there's a book or something called Empty Words.
Yeah, he published that as a book. There was some kind of process of randomizing. Here's the video. They mention a lot of composers and stuff that if you don't know, it might not make sense, but it's interesting because they talk a lot about visual art as well. Yeah, I forget what text it is. It's either his own texts or like he did a lot of cut up texts from like James Joyce's books. Like he did a couple of things with Finnegan's Wake and stuff like that, where he applied some kind of chance operation to cut up. Like first he did like sentences, and then he did words, and then he did like individual I forget. There's a word that means like individual sounds within words that are all, but they're like groups of letters, whatever that is.
Syllable?
Yeah, I guess. No, yeah, you're right. He did it with syllables as well, but then he also did it with just letters. So I think that video is like the final step where it's like it's a text, and he's gone through with this chance process and like pieced together all these different letters, and then he just like tries to perform it.
It's so interesting.
Pretty interesting.
So many gaps.
It's so committed as well. Yeah, it's time based as well. So.
And he's making. I mean, he makes some really weird noises though. I don't know if it's just a recording or if it's like actually him doing it.
Yeah, and part of them are just his interpretation.
Like,
but yeah, if you look up Empty Words, you can find out, because I'm just vaguely remembering something I read once. But yeah, there's definitely like info about the exact way he made it out there.
It's kind of funny. Like it's so funny to watch. Empty Words.
Yeah.
Like listen.
Noam Chomsky confronted by right-wing twat. Alright, I might bail and do some homework. Do you get homework nowadays?